Laminate flooring is a fantastic way to give any room in your home a fresh, modern look, from looking like this to this. Hi, I'm James, and I'm going to show you how to install laminate flooring. Let's get into it. First, you'll need to measure the length and width of your space to determine the square meterage. You'll also need to decide which direction you want your boards to run. For a professional finish, consider removing your skirting boards before installing the laminate. This allows you to cover any gaps between the flooring and the wall once your boards are laid. It also removes the need for installing quad or scotia afterwards. Now, make sure the floor is clean and free from any dirt or debris. Even the smallest piece can lift your floor and cause issues down the track. Give the floor a good sweep and a vacuum to make sure there's nothing left behind. Next, we're going to lay down the underlay. The underlay acts as a moisture barrier, but it also provides extra cushioning and helps to absorb sound, making your new floor more comfortable and quieter to walk on. Roll it out in the same direction as your boards and cut it to the correct length. Using a vapor barrier tape or the included self-adhesive strip, join the underlay together. From here, measure the width of your laminate board and add 10 mm to account for the gap between the wall and the first board. Hammer a nail at this point and then do the same at the other end of the wall. Now you need to run a string line between your two nails and tie it off tightly. This will ensure your first row of boards is perfectly straight. You can use packers against your wall to keep it straight. Now it's time to lay our first row of boards. Ensure you measure the length of the wall to avoid ending on a small board, as you may need to trim your starter board. Start by placing a packer between the wall and the first board to ensure that there's a 10 mm gap. Click the next board into place and continue along the row, making sure to use packers to maintain the gap along the wall. We'll need to cut that last board as this is going in a cupboard. Therefore, we'll need to check this board out. Place the board in position and mark the check out. Then use a jigsaw to make the cut. Lay masking tape onto the joins to help keep the boards in place. Once the first row is done, it's time to remove your string line. For the second row, you'll need to cut a board in half to make sure that the joins between the boards aren't aligned. Measure and mark the halfway point on the board and cut it on a drop saw. Start the second row with the cut board. One by one, work your way along the room, clicking them into place. As you continue laying the boards, make sure your joints are staggered and not in line with each other. This helps to keep your floor together over time and prevents the boards from separating. When you reach a corner, you'll need to cut a board to fit. Place the board against the wall, mark where it meets the corner, and add 10 mm for the gap. Mark the width and length of your cut, and use your jigsaw to shape the board. Lay the cut board in place. If you need to rip a board, which means cutting it lengthwise to fit into a smaller gap, measure the distance between the last board and the wall. Deduct 10 mm and mark the cut. Secure the board to your sawhorse and cut it with your circular saw. Lay the cut board in place. After installing your flooring, simply reattach your skirting boards to complete the look. And there you have it. You've laid your new flooring just like that. If you like this video, make sure to check out our other instructional guides. We've got plenty of DIY advice online to help you tackle your next project with confidence.